Folks, we're back already with the palace flood. Gosh, there's some real beauty coming through here this morning. I'm not sure in fact why there's so many people around today, but it's suddenly got super hyper busy. Should equal some smiley tourist pictures. As everybody starts walking through the central camera frame. Okay, that's slightly better. Oh, some lady lost her shoe on the little kind of post thing that comes out to hold the gate. Super enthusiastic. They're literally running over toward the horse. Look, super enthusiastic. Oops. Not very smart to be getting next to Indigo when he can't decide if he wants to settle down or not. Enough enthusiasm there, that's for sure. Just very close to that massive horse. Oh my goodness me, she's touching it. If he moves or bolts, that's it, game over. Hey, morning. Good? Yeah, I can't complain, pretty good. I mean, happy tourists, what's there not to be happy about, alright?
Yeah. Couldn't do anything on weekend.
Yeah, it was chaos, it was so hard to move around this weekend, really hard to move around. Just too many people.
Yeah. No, I came yesterday, but there was nothing here.
Yeah,
They didn't come yesterday.
They didn't open the gates here until 2:30 yesterday.
They came 2:30.
Yeah, but no one was allowed into the yard. They opened the gates, but the police were standing there stopping anyone going in. So only Bosco and I were here yesterday afternoon. That was it, no one else. Yeah, very quiet yesterday afternoon. And they bought some really good looking horses. These lifeguards. No, today bought some really nice horses this morning. The funny thing is, guys, Indigo is so large, such a presence, that I'm no further forward than I usually am. But it looks like the camera's right in his face. It's not a miles back. The way that horse is so kind of long from the head to the tail. Oh, bro, just get crashing her picture. Amazing smile she's got. Oh, sacrificial child. Should really be the other side. I said, this horse is not really a nipper, and I haven't yet seen him go to bite anyone either. Very passive horse. I said, folks, it's always the first time. I think actually I'll stay here until Indigo shift is over. It not being terribly long, we can just put up an hour with Indigo video. Yeah, that's a good suggestion, in fact. As I have the time now, but not this afternoon. So I know a lot of you like this horse, and I'm definitely a huge fan. I don't understand why some people would salute. It's like
They teach in the school, you know, when you go to school. It's their own arm. When they used to like that.
that actually makes a lot of sense, to be honest. Yeah.
That's what happened to my country. When we used to like that's when we used to salute.
Ah, that makes a lot more sense now, because here it's not a normal thing, but obviously it is.
Yeah, that's a lot of countries like that.
Okay. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
So when they come to other countries, they think the same.
It's kind of cute, to be honest, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but you know, they respect.
It is. Yeah, it is respectful.
Look deep down, they respect.
Yeah. You can tell the people that are really, really respectful, can't you, when they arrive?
Or they're giving respect.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, people, have you noticed in the last, 2-3 months, how long has it been since you saw anybody grab the reins?
No one.
Weeks, yeah?
Hardly anyone.
Weeks. It is amazing how the,
Really good people.
yeah, they've been educated. It's a good point, folks. We're just talking here, a friend and I, about the fact that it has been a while, not just since either of us or anybody grabbing the reins to get in trouble, but universally, all the guys here, Buster included, been a good couple of weeks since we saw anybody grabbing the reins. Now, a lot of people thought, oh, you know what? People not grabbing the reins and misbehaving, there'll be nothing to see here. Absolutely not true. Why? Because the fundamental reason this place is interesting and unique is the horses. Okay? There is nowhere else like it in London or indeed in the UK. That's why this place is eternally popular and will always remain so with the tourist visitors. And we all know that despite people being well behaved now, come tourist season and those completely mind-boggling numbers, yeah, it will revert somewhat. It always does, guys. It always does. The signs have definitely helped. There's no doubt about that. The signs were the right decision. But just heard somebody behind me reading it out loud. Don't touch the reins. Spanish ladies. But, and this is a very good point that he made, he was joking, of course, we said we educated him. A lot of people, obviously, have seen the videos of people getting shouted at. And as such, I guess a lot of people don't want to become the YouTube memes, and I can't say I blame them. I wouldn't want to either.
Ya, venga, mira, venga. Tomémosle una sola de ellos.
Oh, teacher had to grab the kids then. The guard's out doing his rounds. Let's hope he doesn't need to come over this way. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. He wouldn't shout anyway, nor would he push child out of the way. Never happened here. Is it his break time? Is it the guard's break time? In other words, why did he leave the archers? Good old chit chat this morning here at the front. But linger for this one. Okay, the guard's off, but as promised guys, my focus for this video is on Indigo. So whatever happens here with Indigo, you will see, at least for the next 20-30 minutes or so.
Sige na. Lapit pa. Lapit pa.
Ikaw.
Oo. Anuhan mo ako. Huwag mo kunin na sa kabilang side ha.
This horse is quite menacing though. He's staring right at the camera. What do you mean, an hour? Don't you dare. Oh. They're trying to get ready to charge me, everyone. The horse, a little bit like, oh, charge that guy with the camera. It was only a matter of time, wasn't it, really? Scared him. Made him jump. overwhelmingly being polite, though, aren't they, and respectful now. It's an extraordinary contrast to what we saw throughout most of May, June, July, and August. Then the new signs came along, and it really, really, really did assist. A lot of people might not actually completely understand it, but at least they're taking note of it. So many people are reading it aloud verbally. And over time, of course, with so much footage now, having been captured by so many of us with that new sign that says "Don't touch the reins," anyone seeing it and not being aware of what it says, they can now quickly translate it, of course, before they come, so they know what it means before they even arrive in London. So there's virtually no excuse at all for anybody not being able to understand what the sign means. Reconstituted sign. Some friendly German students here, Germans that are posing on the right, sorry, on my left, on the horse's right. Also note, guys, that virtually no one has reached out or attempted to touch Indigo's face or nose, not because he's too large or too menacing, but because it's almost as though in recent weeks there's been some sort of invisible force field around some of these horses. You know, it's not because there are less people, because sometimes it is very busy. When it is busy, however, people are keeping their distance, they're being more respectful, and they're not mauling the horses. It's a curious phenomenon, but I, for one, I think it's great. And I'm pretty sure, fingers crossed, it will continue. That'll be the new norm. At least if and until a new summer season comes along, with a lot of people that are just simply not bothering to read the signs. He kind of shoved her out the way, or sort of gestured her to move out the way. Cheeky chap. totally unfazed this horse by any attention. Hell of a lot of people streaming by. I'm not sure if they're on their way to work or what's going on. Very, very busy here.
Yeah.
Massive German tourist groups, actually. Here they come. At least they're not actually getting in the frame. I spoke too soon. Let's move along a little teeny bit, everybody. We got quite a while with Indigo. It wasn't quite the hour, but hey. I don't know the name of the horse at this end, unfortunately. I'll try and find out. Okay, they got brave enough to get their picture in the end. Eventually. The thing is, if people do misbehave today, they're going to have the shock of their lives, because the officers that are here today, what's the word? What's that sort of analogy I'm thinking of? Hammer and nail, I think, is probably the best analogy. They will be like, boom, if anyone does misbehave. It's curious, actually, because the group were deciding initially whether they wanted to get pictures. Then they got a little bit too shy because they saw there were a lot of us recording there. So they moved to the other horse. There were a couple of other guys recording at the other horse. They noticed that again. They didn't want to go. They were constantly talking about the camera. They didn't want to be, for whatever reason. I mean, as is their prerogative. Oops. Hey, morning. They didn't want to be on camera. Fair enough. You know, I get it. So the group have gone to Buckingham Palace, which gives me exactly, what's the time here? That should be, I think, still can't see, I'm walking by, trying not to fall over. That's the noon bell. Yeah, noon. Okay, here comes the guard doing his rounds. Optically, it looks as though they were just about to walk into one another, the guard and the guy on his way to work, but no. I'm not sure actually what everybody's filming, other than me, inside the gate. just purposely stood in the way. Complete in space. Let's hope the guard turns quickly, everybody. Fingers crossed. That would be a great thing if he turned quick at that moment. The actual danger is that right now I've kind of found myself where the guard needs to walk in just a moment, so I'm going to be very careful now. Some of the tourists got super lucky not to be pushed. This group is so large. I hope the guy doesn't move, otherwise he's, if the guy does try to move, he's going to have to push some German students out of the way. That could create a diplomatic incident unseen since 1939, guys. I've got a lot to talk about today actually. It's probably discussing how well the weekend went and the fact that they're finally back on duty here at Horseguards. Bear in mind the lifeguards, they did take part in the Lord Mayor's show on Saturday, but because they were not on duty, ceremonial duty here at Horseguards, they missed the majority of what was going on in the centre this weekend. Well-deserved weekend off. So you can see they're all rested and in a very good mood this morning. That's very clear. Oops. I wasn't sure whether he was heading to the... No, he's not heading to the tunnel. I thought he was briefly going to go to the tunnel. He's not. Okay guys, last few minutes with glorious Indigo, and I will, for Monday fun day. Look at those leaves guys, look. It's like an escape route for the horse. Just need to follow the leaves. Follow the leaves for freedom. Wonderful, eh guys, to see so many very polite and respectful people here. The contrast with those months gone by is extraordinary and wonderful. I might have figured out why no one's getting super close to the horse this end. Looks like a bit of a nipper. I haven't seen him nipping.
I know.
People are being very cautious. That's a lovely hat. Oh, I did just mention about the horse being a cheeky little nipper. There it was. He almost had that hat away then. Maybe you thought it was an apricot or an orange or something. He just wanted to taste it. Oh look, here we go again. Oh, this guy's like, I made of steel. Bite me what you want, I'm not going anywhere. It'd be so funny if one of the horses bit somebody's sunglasses and threw them on the floor. Oh. Yeah, there's a real nipper, this one. Look. Naughty little nipper. Oops. Oh, her husband's trying to get her to move closer. They're from New York, 100%. Hear from the accent. Okay. Nippy nip nip. Oops. It's really going for it. This one. Brilliant.
That was lucky, man.
Very. Apparently this horse likes the Nikon cameras as well, guys. Brilliant. What a top horse. We're starting to miss Indigo though, folks, that's the problem. So this one's being selectively nippy. It's going to be hard to ID this horse actually. No distinct markings. Two white socks on the horse's right hand side. Super close. I will stay until we have the changeover on the off chance that Pagan will be out. I'm not honestly expecting she will be, but you never know. Let's wait and see, guys. We've only got just under 20 minutes, so I'll spend a little bit of time with this horse, a little bit more time with Glorious Indigo, and then we'll see who comes out next. guide. He's a good guy. This tour guide. I like him a lot. Listening, he's telling his group not to grab the reins. Oh, lovely little Cossack hat there on the left.
The men and women in this job, they drive around. This is the lifeguards regiment. This is the one that captain. One of my all-time favourite ones back.
He'll bring his group here in just a moment for pictures, guaranteed.
Yeah, the two soldiers out the front here, they did the best job on their
Because everything he's telling his group is completely correct. His group, the people that are with him are telling him, don't touch the horse, don't touch the horse. I mean, he's allowed to, he didn't do anything wrong. But the horse quickly dealt with it. Oop.
Does anyone want to photo each other or I'll help you in a second? The name of the building here, if you want to know the name of the building, is horseguards, right? And that tells you something. These guards on the horses are guarding something. What are they guarding? Technically, St. James's Palace and Buckingham Palace. Remember the palaces earlier? They're about a mile that way. Why are they guarding the palaces a mile away? So all that land is
Oops, just gave her a new haircut. He's like, get lost. Yeah, I think the guards probably made the right choice, to be honest. This horse is not in the mood now at all. Really not tourist friendly. Now all of the pictures have been spoiled for the group that's about to come along. What a cheeky nipper this one is, eh? Wow. Alright. Oh, coming back out again.
All right, are we good? Can we go? Everybody got a photo? Onwards, upwards.
He noticed, in fact, the guard set the horse back into the box and noticed how quickly he moved the group on. What he's an absolute consummate professional, sorry guys, tour guide. It's a real pleasure to see him working here. He's up there with the best of them. There are 2 or 3 here that are superlative. He's definitely one of them. Stunning. Guards welfare, horses welfare first. Hard to fault that, to be honest. Okay, guard's doing his rounds. Gently, peacefully. Okay, that'll be my cue in just a moment, guys, to move back to Indigo. This cheeky little nipper has nipped a lot of people. Right on time. Look, pleased to tell you everybody to make some space so they can ride these 2 beauties through. That bay, wow. Oh goodness me, this is why they always tell people to get back. Notice that everybody just ran along the street. See how quickly, guys, that's a perfect example of how everything can quickly go wrong with the horse. Thankfully, they didn't back into the crowd, but good lord, that was close. Sorry. Very, very, very close. Scary thing to see, to be honest. Oh, so the horse is going to bite the guard's helmet off them. Wind, yeah, the wind is really, really affecting everything today, including the audio in this video, no doubt. Let me just have a look at. I think that must mean it's the 45 bell we just heard. I've completely lost track of time. Yeah, it's 12:47 now, guys. So just 12 and a half, 13 minutes until they'll change over, and then we'll get to know pretty much 100% where the pagan's out today. If not, I do know somebody I can ask when Pagan will be back. More beauties, look. These ones are super, 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 super chill though. Beautiful, magnificent horses. They're heading back to the stables out near Scotland Yard. I think there are 8 or 9 or 10 stables, police horse stables dotted around London. To be careful with that light again, folks. It's kind of, there we are. That's better. Capture that scarlet as it looks. Bingo, he's done. It's the last rounds of this hour for that guard. Always jumping out of the way respectfully. I will in a moment, as promised, go back and spend the remaining time with Indigo. I'm supposed to be out with Indigo, but got distracted by the cheeky NIPPER here. Yes, you are, little NIPPER. See you very soon, NIPPER. Okay. Back to Indigo, folks, for the last 10 minutes. And then we'll see what they do. Whether we have completely fresh horses or they bring out the 2 horses that started the day. I personally think they'll bring out the horses that started the day. That's a normal pattern here, unless something goes wrong, one of the horses quits, or there is an issue. So yeah, my money's on us seeing the 2 horses that we saw before the 2 that were here for the first shift when the lifeguards arrived. Bear in mind those horses were on for 30-35 minutes tops on the first shift this morning because it was a regimental changeover day. It's now exactly 10:02.
Tutaj może staniecie, nie? Przy tym? Chodźcie, tu będzie blisko. Tu będzie dobrze. Chodź,
Back here for a minute with Indigo and lovely Polish tourist I can hear behind me.
Stańcie. Patrzcie, jakie będzie ładne zdjęcie. Kochajcie.
To chodźmy z jednej strony.
frozen there for a minute, like statues, waxworks. Actually, I just remember, guys, once we had the changeover of the foot guards on the last hour, I didn't even come in to see who we've got, in fact, as the gatesman and chitsman. I'll do that now. They're not going to be changing on this hour because they changed on the last hour. Oh, speaking of which, nice timing. Leisurely pacing back into the archway. Even the tourists seemed a bit confused then. I can't say I blame them. Still got a very, very solid flood of people coming through the tunnel. And the other guardsmen on this side, yeah, they brought over a good solid troop this morning. Great stuff. You can see they're rested. It's hard to explain why. As somebody that obviously spends quite a lot of time either communicating with or indeed filming the King's Guards, I can tell when they're under pressure. What I mean by that? I mean coronation period. After that, of course, we had trooping the colour. Then most recently we've had the state opening of Parliament. Okay, it's been a hell of a lot of work in one of the busiest years for these guys in an awful long time. I'm not sure why this guy keeps dropping his trolley on the floor. Curious. Always something going on here. But yes, that's my point. Oh god, here we go again. Oh, flipping hell. There we go.
Entramos y vamos detrás de la segunda línea blanca.
God, the loudest tour guide in the whole of Western Europe is back.
It's an Irish breed, I believe. They're all very standard.
Back, back with half of Spain, I think.
After we had become a republic.
All of these chicos going onto the Linea Blanca, the white line.
1 hour on.
¿Tanto calor tienes, José? Vamos a traer de esto. Estos van a estar después de caber.
She sort of marshals the group around, tells them what to do. Get on that line, is what she really wants to say. I can tell. Anyway, yes, that's my point about knowing when the guards have had an awful lot of work. It doesn't really come down to what we see here at Horse Guards so much. It's what happens behind the scenes. Okay? So, for example, last weekend they were getting up at 1 o'clock in the morning, preparing for that rehearsal, and then, of course, the main event. I'm talking about the state opening of Parliament rehearsal, and then the state opening of Parliament itself last Monday and Tuesday. A few days off, and then boom, it all starts all over again. This time for this weekend's remembrance services. So, yeah, it's been a busy time for the Household Cavalry. This would have been realistically one of their busiest years in over a decade.
The least defending them because they're not wearing proper uniforms that are adequate enough for today's arsenal. So,
So we're firmly on pagan watch. 4 minutes, guys, until the changeover. Nipper at the other end has definitely calmed down somewhat. I noticed that now people, one second, let's go back. I noticed that people are posing with the other horse, but he's not at the moment nipping out at them. Which is actually a wonderful thing to see, to be honest. So famous last words and all that, let's see what happens. I'm not sure what bro on the left is waiting for. Maybe somebody glued his shoes to the ground. Ooh, windy, windy, windy. Oh, it's off. Honestly, the hotel across the street's going to lose its flags. It is crazy windy. Wow. I'm actually tempted to get in the yard just to get out of the wind. Let's hope it settles down. Just 2 minutes or so. Troopers come out. I'm not sure why, because he doesn't need to open the box.
But then
Huge school groups flooding out. I'll keep the camera focused on the horse. In a minute, everybody will need to get back behind the bollards and the white lines anyway. We're about 60, 90 seconds out. Police marshalling everybody. Behind the bollards time. And I'm pretty sure no one's going to argue with him for obvious reasons. Bingy bong everyone, there it is. Okay. Hagen's definitely not coming out on the left, I can see that. And this box as well, highly doubtful. So again, as mentioned, I would try and... It's the same horse that was here before at the other end. Just waiting to see which one comes in this box. Came in so perfectly behind, I couldn't even actually see the horse arriving in the box. They've been very well behaved though this morning, bless them, especially it's been super windy. Yeah, they brought another beauty, it's not pagan, ladies and gents, as you can see. As usual, very, very swift changeover. A lot of you have mentioned as well in the comments, wondering whether or not they're going to fix the hole in the bottom of the door, and the answer to that question is, I have no idea. Oh, tourists couldn't wait very long, could they? Look, guard change is still ongoing. Yeah, the horses seem in a very, very, very good mood today. They've all been super well behaved, even the little nipper. Okay, interesting enough, the guards headed into the tunnel. Does that mean that they are going to change over? Because it certainly would appear so. Now, based on the fact that they changed over an hour ago, I'm now finding it doubly curious. Yeah, they are. Look at these tourists right in the middle. Okay, lucky the officers told them they need to be behind the white line. They were probably just stood there and filmed it right in front. That wind, folks. Apologies. Crazy windy, eh? Crazy windy. Strange for the tunnel. Extraordinary. I'm actually going to cut through as the new gatesman goes into the arch. Behind the people that are already here. I dare say that that one of the officers will tell the group here that he's coming. Actually, wait, no, the old gent's doing it. Make way for the guard. Oh, no. Teamwork there between the Spanish language tour guide and the retired gent. Boom, there we have it, guys. Leading her group into the corner for a bit of a chat. This is the size of one group, look. It's a lot of people. This is why the line gets filled up so quickly. Look, one single group there. Suddenly got completely jammed at the front again. It's a pity that we didn't see Pagan. That said, it is Monday, and I dare say she's over here for a reason. As mentioned, I will try and find out tonight when she'll be on duty and make sure that I'm here when that point arrives. Another Spanish language tour guide at the front with a PA system, super noisy. Right in front of the guard, unbelievable really. Anyway guys, on that note, I hope you enjoyed the video. We got to see quite a bit of Pagan. We got to see quite a lot of that new nipper, again named to be confirmed. But for the moment, the doors goes up on the box and the wind is kicking off again. I'm out of here, folks. It is crazy windy. Back in the next video. Bye for now.